Ever thought about how one tiny mistake could end up costing you tens of thousands of euros? Well, today, we're looking at what might just be the most expensive oops moment you can have. And it all happens on an airplane. Come on, you know you've been there. You're sitting on a plane, you see that big red handle on the emergency exit, and a little voice in your head just kind of wonders, what would actually happen if I pulled that? It's a tempting thought for sure, but trust me, you are not going to want to act on it after you hear this.
All right, so to really get why this is such a huge deal, we've got to talk about the main character in our story, the emergency slide itself.
So what is it? I mean, it's pretty straightforward, right? It's an inflatable chute, and its whole purpose is to get you out of that plane and onto the ground super fast and super safe during an emergency. It's actually a pretty amazing piece of engineering designed for one very specific, very critical job.
And when I say it's an amazing piece of engineering, I am not kidding. The way this thing deploys is, well, it's nothing short of spectacular.
Okay, get this. The speed is just insane. The moment that door is opened in its armed position, the entire slide inflates and is ready for you to use in less than 6 seconds. Less than 6 seconds. That's faster than it took me to say that sentence. It's just this explosive, incredibly powerful process.
And in those 6 seconds, what do you get? Bam! A fully inflated slide that can be up to 8 meters long. To put that in perspective, that's almost as tall as a 3-story building, just appearing out of nowhere in the blink of an eye. It really shows you just how serious this piece of safety equipment is.
But, you know, all that power, all that speed, it comes with a price tag. A very, very high one, especially when it's not needed. And that brings us right to the heart of this whole thing, the 50,000 euro mistake.
So let's get down to it. What is the actual fallout? What happens when that curiosity just gets to be too much, or someone makes a simple error, and one of these things just deploys right there on the tarmac? 50,000 euros. Wow. That is the bill that lands on the airline's desk. It is just a staggering amount of money for what might seem like a harmless, if a little dramatic, mistake.
And you've got to remember that 50,000 euro price tag, that's for one slide. Just one. Think about a huge plane like an Airbus A380. It has 16 of these things. So yeah, even one accidental deployment is a massive, massive headache for the airline, both financially and logistically.
Okay, so right now you're probably thinking, whew, 50 grand. That's a huge problem for the airline, but hey, not my problem, right? Well, this is where the story takes a very, very personal turn. Here's the kicker. The airline, they're not just going to eat that cost. Oh no, they are going to claim it from the person responsible.